All right, we're going to continue with our projects on our soap carving. I found a little piece here. It's a little fish kind of on a base, and I put it on this piece. Now I want to explain something here. These bars of ivory that I'm using, they're not the regular bar of ivory. They're a little bit bigger. They're 4 ounce. I think the ones the smaller bars are 3.1 ounce. These are 4 ounce, I believe. You can find them in most market baskets and grocery stores and stuff like that. So it's a little bit bigger than the other one. So it just gives me a little bit more room to work with. This is just a little fish that's mounted on a base. I thought it would be fun to do. I just kind of drew it out with a flare pen and put it on here and mounted it out. So we're going to do that today. It's one of our little projects. Once again, as we start, we take our knife and we go around. Now, I'm going to show you something in a video later, and we're going to use it of some soap carving tools that were given to me by a man named Eric, and I'm going to use them. Now, like I said, knife like this you don't want to put in the hands of children at all, but for adults and teenagers, they can handle this, in other words. Okay, let's go ahead and just bring our pieces down here. Outline what we're doing here. I hope everybody is going to have a good Christmas. I'm going to come across here, come across here. We're going to remove some soap in here. I've just used a knife so long, I'm not used, but he made some little soap carving tools for children, and they are wonderful. I'll tell you what, I have not used them yet, but the way they look, he's got some winners there. He created them, and I'm going to show you those tools. I'm going to just a second. I'm going to get something here. Let some of this soap drop in. Just won't be all over the floor. Okay. And we're going to take a little bit off there. Move closer here. I'm going to adjust this just a little bit down. Trying to do several things here. Let the soap fall in something and let it like I said, I'm trying to do this before a camera. You can do this on a table somewhere where the excess soap will just fall where it has to go. Alright, now let's go ahead and take some off here. Take some off here. I want to be careful because it's crumbly. And we're going to come take some off in here. Kind of follow the lines as we go. Okay. Now, let me get my little flare pen, because in the back here, we're going to turn this little thing over and kind of get a general idea of where the this goes like this here. So it's going to come somewhere across like that, in other words, that we're going to have our, so we're going to sort of come up like this, and then we're going to just sort of pull away, there we go, from the area like that, just like right here where we have our little base, and we're pulling away. Now we want to start bringing our little fish down. We're going to come across here like this. And bring that down like that. And then we start bringing the fish down so that we can kind of like that, and I'm going to bring that down. See how it's starting to look now? We're going to thin that up. You go from side to side. Thinning this up. Okay. Just gonna thin that up more. Okay, as we look at the piece now, and let me get the little piece. As we look at it, like that. Now, of course, this is going to have to be taken down quite a bit. Get your little piece out there, and you just kind of look at it a little bit as you're doing the piece. Like that. And this all comes down from each side. As we work it, just continue to look at your piece and how it's done. See? Kind of take your pattern, kind of compare it a little bit. Of course, this is probably too far, stretching too far out here. So we're going to get a little bit more off that tail. A little bit more off that tail in here on each side. You kind of look at it a little bit more. There you go. Take a little bit more off here because that's going to come up a little bit. And as you look at it, doesn't have to be just exactly like it is. This has to come down some. And then kind of a little more. And the same thing as we thin this up in here. You just take your knife and you just be a little bit easier when you get into these areas in here. As you work into them. Okay, my time's up. Time's up right now. And we'll continue with our little fish. Okay?